Hey everybody, it's Dee at Dee's Village. Welcome back. Oh, I feel a little bit uncomfortable today. It's very windy. It's much cooler, which is nice, but it's still hot, if that makes any sense. Anyway, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Welcome back to the old subscribers and welcome to any new ones. You may have seen my previous two vlogs. One was when I did a vlog about a student of mine that I've been sponsoring for many years that goes to the SOS school in Bakoteh. But currently, I went back there quite recently when I went to see the academic departments, the science departments. That vlog is there as well. So one's called the cookery one, and the other one's the vlog where I did of the science lab. So just bear with me, I've got some notes here because I want to make sure that I'm giving you the correct information. So I went back to look at the whole complex. So in essence, they have a kindergarten, they have a junior and an infant school, and then they have the high school. But they also have a section which is called the Youth Village. And that is those from age 16 upward to 23. And those children are children that are, for want of a better word, cared for by the state. They may have had parents who have had difficult circumstances who have not been able to look after them from birth. And indeed, there are some children that have gone there from the age of 2 and are currently in that system at SOS Children's Village in Bakoteh. So what they have are target groups. So the target groups is a new thing that they've started, and that's only 30% of the population that currently live within Bakoteh school. And those are young people who they're hoping to reintegrate into the community. So that their initial thing would be to try and what they call reunification. So that reunification would be to a family member, if that's possible. So if a family member shows interest in that particular child that belongs to their family lineage, their blood lineage, then that child can be reunified within that family. And that's a process that they go through. It's not that just that they hand over the child. You know, that those adult individuals must come and visit the child, be assessed to make sure that they're compatible, rather rather than the child continuously growing up within that school and having no contact with a family member. Because some of these children are here because their parents have passed on. Or because their parents just financially cannot afford to look after them. And we know that this happens in many systems all over the world. Children end up being looked after by, I'm going to say, the state, the government, for a whole variety of reasons. But this particular school was started 30 plus years ago by somebody in Austria, because there were children at that particular time that didn't have any parents to look after them for whatever reasons. And the reasons are unimportant, in my opinion. People may think differently. So, fast forwarding to today, that's even hard to say. So, as I said before, they have the kindergarten, the lower basic, the high school, and they also have the girls section. So, a lot of the school is run by charity. And then those children that are there, that have gone there from the age of around 2 up into the age of 23, that have no biological parents or no parents that are accounted for, will stay there till that particular age group. And they will either be, if possible, reunified with a family member, or they'll be resettled into the local community. So when they're resettled into the local community, that obviously is costly, and the state has some input within that. And they also have an area where they send the young people to do something vocational, whether it be carpentry, metal work, building work, sewing, so that when they get into society, or to be out in society, then they can function as an individual. They teach them how to budget, how to cook. When they get to 18, they're in a different part of the complex, and then they're able to cook their own meals, and finance is assisted so that they can learn to budget and how they would function in the outside world. Because remember, excuse me, these children have had people to look after them within the home, and the women are known as mothers that look after them, and they're in little group homes. I think it's groups, they're numbered 1 to 10, so they're in a group home initially as they go through the schooling and the system. For those that live there, not all children that go to Bakoteh school, so let me clarify that, not all children that go to SOS Children's Village School in the Gambia are children that are looked after by the government. Regular people send their children there because the schooling is very good, but the children's village itself are children who are housed and looked after by the government or the state. So I hope that's clear. It might have been a little bit unclear at the beginning. So back to what I was saying before. So those children that are looked after by the state, it can be from the age of 2 right up to the age of 23. And the hope is that they'll either be reunified with a family member, if that's possible, along the journey, or if not, when they get to the age of 23, they'll be resettled into the local community. And in order to resettle them into the local community, that costs money, naturally. So the government will sponsor, well, not sponsor, the government will give money towards that child's rearing, education, schooling, clothing, food, and so on and so forth. But obviously the school also takes sponsorship and donations. So if anybody's able to partially sponsor books, a child, the vocational unit, anything that you feel as though you're able to do, the information will be in the description box, where you can donate, where you can go directly to the website of the school, read up all the information that you wish to find. It's all there. But I can say for myself, I personally have as I said at the beginning, a student that goes to the school. She's been going there for, I think it's 4 years now, and she's an independent student. She's not cared for by the state, she's cared for by her parents. I just happen to be contributing, when in fact paying for her schooling, but that's not the issue here. I do that out of choice. That was a personal choice of mine, because I wanted to give back. I've been in my own society excuse me, in the UK for many years, and my background is education and health. So, you know, I've been teaching on a salary, in inverted commas if you want to call it that, for little and nothing. So I just thought, let me give back to somebody in another society that I go back and forth to, and, you know, just give somebody else an opportunity. You know, as we keep saying, pay it forward, pay it forward. So that's what that's about for me. But I digress. Let me go back. So it's a bit choppy and changey. You know, I'm not very good at being in front of the camera. That's why I just like to vlog things that I see around the place. But anyway, I just thought I'd better come in front of the camera to give some clarity to what I'm trying to say, and I hope that you're not confused. So in essence, this is the school that I'm making reference to, the SOS Children's Village in Bakoteh, the Gambia. So just look in there in the description box for any other further detail that you may require. There'll be a link that will take you straight to their website and give you all of the information. But however, I do want to say it's a warm, friendly environment. Obviously, without the reason why I've not vlogged there is because of children and anonymity, and you know, they don't need to, the children don't need to be exposed, because in any other country you protect children, so it's no different in the Gambia. However, I did go around and I did see the school, and I did see the nursery unit, and I did see one of the houses where the children live, and I met one of what they refer to as the mothers that look after the children, that they're skilled up and they go on courses and all these other things to enable them to deal with all facets of looking after children. And most of them are mothers themselves. However, from the standpoint of the psychology and all those other things, and in fact there is a psychologist there and a social worker on the ground there, which I met both of them. Very nice people who are tuned into their own skill set and obviously tuned into the children. But the reason why I'm telling you all of this is that, as in anywhere in the world, everybody needs a little bit of a support and assistance now and then, and the school are just really calling out if it's possible for labourers, because they have fencing around the school. It's not really secure, so they're calling out for any support, whether there's any builders, whether there's any labourers, whether there's any brickies that can help to secure the perimeter and the fencing to assist keeping the children safe. And again, back to the reason why I didn't vlog there, again, for safety, anonymity, and keeping the children safe. That's what we're about in any environment. So I hope that makes sense. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for taking the time out of your schedule, and busy as schedules are, to hear what I have to say. So once again, like everything in life, it takes a village. Peace, which is KAIRO. So peace out. It's D at D's Village. If you haven't, please subscribe, and I'll catch you on another vlog.